This weighs close to around a kilo. I hope it is visible in the camera. That is, if you, irrespective if you have a motorcycle and you want to upgrade to a bigger motorcycle, if you have this, you don't need to worry about buying another one, because this is going to last you your lifetime. We provide you spares. If you buy this from us, we are going to provide you with spares. If so you need, for example, bearing or rollers separately. And as you can see, there is no branding or laser cut in the main chassis subframe, so it is that much rigid. We don't understand why some manufacturers do that, but that is up to them. And also, this bearing is very heavy duty. In market, the rollers which you would find is not a 608 double Z bearing, but a different bearing which has a smaller bore size of 6 millimeters. This is 8 millimeters, and those bearings, mind you, are not as heavy duty as this one, 7.6. So this is the M8 bolts that we use. If you are going into the market to buy, you won't find M8 bolts, you would find M6 bolts, and M6 bolts are not as sturdy as M8 bolts. And this is a 14 gauge tube, as opposed to in the market which you get is a 16 or 18 gauge tube, heavy duty piece of stainless steel tube which we use, and it has a very good wall thickness. So every component which we use are of extremely good quality. And let's part it off. So this is one of the bushing which is made. So we are done with the bushings, and next up we are going to do this rollers. All right. Before we pack it up and dispatch to the customer, hey guys, welcome back to Oxtusk Metalworks and welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to talk about one of the most popular products that we sell in Oxtusk Metalworks, primarily in our e-commerce website. There is a link in the description below where you can go ahead and order this product for you. And this is a Oxtusk heavy duty wheel roller or a paddock stand replacement for all motorcycles or bikes, which does not have a main stand. Now, why we say all motorcycles? If you have a Duke 200 or MT115, which is a lighter class of motorcycle, this product is for you. If you have a super bike, say for example a Kawasaki Vulcan or a very heavy bike like a Honda Goldwing, this product is for you. Any motorcycles you have which does not have a main stand, you can use this product. Now it has ramps on two ends where you can have the motorcycle wheel from this end or this end, and it sits between these two roller wheels, and that way you can spin the rear or the front wheel to clean the rims of the wheels, or for maintaining your chain, that is lubing your chain or cleaning your chain. This is very handy where you can keep it in your backpack and you can go for a travel or touring with a motorcycle, or you can go on a breakfast ride with your friends and don't need to worry, because paddock stands are usually very bulky and it is something which you keep in your home and you cannot carry it everywhere, right? This product solves the purpose, will serve well for you as well as for your friends, for all your friends, irrespective of which particular class of motorcycles they own. Now this is a very heavy duty product. I tell you, this weighs close to around a kilo. I hope it is visible in the camera. This product is weighing close to around a little more than a kilo. Unlike other manufacturers which sell different kinds of rollers at a rated payload, this does not have a payload because this is very heavy duty. Because it is built to withstand extreme load, and it is built to last you a lifetime. That is, if you, irrespective if you have a motorcycle and you want to upgrade to a bigger motorcycle, if you have this, you don't need to worry about buying another one, because this is going to last you your lifetime. And we provide you spares. If you buy this from us, we are going to provide you with spares. If so you need, for example, bearing or rollers separately, so you can get in touch with us. There is a number below, or you can find our number in the website where you can call us and order any spare parts which you would need for this. Now this entire build or assembly or the chassis that we would wish to call is laser cut. We have the DXF5. We don't make this in house. Earlier we used to, but since the order quantity now is bulk, so we send it to a laser cutting shop where they cut this thing from a single piece of 2 millimeter sheet and then bend it for us. And in house, what we do is we weld these ramps. As you can see, these ramps are welded, and that way, if there is a load, these ramps not only helps your motorcycle tire to climb, but also provides a structural rigidity on the part. And as you can see, there is no branding or laser cut in the main chassis subframe, so it is that much rigid. We don't understand why some manufacturers do that, but that is up to them. Well, if you buy it from us, you are going to get one solid 2 millimeter steel at the back without any cutouts, which might make this product little bulky, but this is very solid, so it is not going to bend or flex easily when you have your motorcycle on top of it. If you want to buy it from a website, it is you can go directly to our website and order it for yourself. It is available in 3 colors. Ideally, we would prefer you buy black, because black is very easy to maintain. You can touch up with the black paint, but if you wish to have a different color, you may go ahead and go with a different color. These colors are a little expensive, but this is available at 650 rupees. In our website, this different variation of colors would cost you a little 710 rupees each, because these colors are a little exotic, and that increases the price of the product. So within that 650 rupees which you order from us, this would include your GST, and this would also include your shipping charges. So at this price point, this is going to get delivered to your doorstep. The objective of this video is that there are a lot of people who has a lot of queries, probably going to answer all of them, and also we are going to get this opportunity to show you how we make this. These are the general components which are used in making the rollers. Now these are the rollers per se. It has been cut to length, and what we would need to do is we need to take it over to the lathe and face it on both ends and make recess, or turn this ID to accept this bushing. Also have to make these bushings. Now these bushings are made from this piece of nylon that we have. These are nylon stock. So I will show you once we are going to make the bushings. The bushing has a hole in the middle and has a journal recess for a bearing, and this is the bearing that would go inside of this. Okay, just like so, and we need to press that in. This bearing which we use is a 608 double Z bearing. For double Z stands for that it has this shield on both ends, and also this bearing is very heavy duty. This is a 22 millimeter dia OD, and the bore of it is quite 8 millimeters. In market, the rollers which you would find, if you are not going to get an Oxtusk roller for your motorcycle or your bike, the alternatives which you would get is not a 608 double Z bearing, but a different bearing which has a smaller bore size of 6 millimeters. This is 8 millimeters, and those bearings, mind you, are not as heavy duty as this one, because this is a one size large bearings, and it goes with the 140 millimeter by 8 millimeter M8 stainless steel 303 bolts. These are 8 millimeters also. As you can see, these are 8 millimeters. Okay, 7.6. So this is the M8 bolts that we use. If you are going into the market to buy, you won't find M8 bolts, you would find M6 bolts, and M6 bolts are not as sturdy as M8 bolts. So these are the bolts that we use, which are also heavy duty. And last thing is that this is the pipe or tube, stainless steel 202 stainless steel tube which we use. Okay, and this is a 14 gauge tube, as opposed to in the market which you get is a 16 or 18 gauge tube. So they do a lot of cost cutting. As you can see, the thickness of this is close to 1.6 millimeters, and as you can see, this is a very heavy duty piece of stainless steel tube which we use, and it has a very good wall thickness. This wall thickness is very important, because if you do not have a very good wall thickness, then this tube structure is not very rigid. So every component which we use in our rollers, Oxtusk wheel rollers, are of extremely good quality, starting from the bolts, if we talk about, to the bearings that we talk about, to the stainless steel tubing which we use, if we talk about, or the base frame which we use, all are heavy duty, and they are intended in such a way that you can use this as long as you last, not your motorcycle, I would say, as long as you last. So let's go to the lathe and start manufacturing these bushings which we are going to use. So let's jump right onto it. All right, so we are set up. So the first thing, we are going to do a face cut on this piece of nylon stock. Next up, we are going to center drill this. The reason why we are center drilling here is because we want to put a center in for the OD turning of the nylon stock, and we need to reduce the OD to somewhere around 29 and a half or 29.30. So let's start. Yeah, so it's the correct diameter, which is very close to 29. So this is 29.5. If I just have you see, it's 29.48. We usually do a precise measurement with the help of the dial calipers, with the micrometers as well. Okay, next up, we have this 12 millimeter drill that we are going to use to drill this part out. So we are going to bore this out now. So we are touching the part and we are marking the location as 0, and then we need to go 7 millimeters, which is the thickness of our bearing. So so because it's a 22 millimeter bearing, we are trying to bring it as close to 22 but not over 22. So this is close to around 21.50. This is visible on the camera. So we need to go just a little bit more, and I think let's recheck once more. 21.90. So this is 21.90. This is as far as we would go. So last thing which we need to do is part off. It's a small 2 millimeter parting blade which we usually use for this purpose. So we need to part this off 10 millimeters. So we are going to use a scale. It is not very critical. So we are going to measure 10 millimeters. This is 10 millimeters, and we are going to part it off from here. We need to increase the speed a little, and let's part it off. So this is one of the bushing which is made. So we are done with the bushings, and next up we are going to do this rollers. Second, we are going to bore this out to fit these bushings which we have just made. So since the bushing length is 10 millimeters in diameter, 10 millimeters in overall depth, so we are going to bore this out to 10 millimeters. So we are going to zero it. We are going to check the fit. It needs to go far more. Okay, just about right. All right. So this side is done. Now this side we need to do. So we are doing the part in the lathe. Again we are going to face this end. this side is done too. We were going to check with our, yeah, this is done too. So we are going to take this out. So as you can see, this two rollers has been turned for bearing journal on both ends. And now what we need to do over here is we need to turn the OD so that the OD becomes shiny, one, and second, it becomes concentric with the inner rays on both two ends. So we are going to turn this in a single pass on the lathe. Okay, so briefly we are going to go through the setup. Now this is a 32mm bar which has been turned in the lathe, so that this turning of 60 degree, which is 30 degree including angle, 30 degree angle, which is 60 degree including angle, has been turned, which mimics the center of line of the spindle, so it's very accurate. And also on the other end we have a revolving center, and the kind of turning that we are going to do over here is typically called a friction turning. This part is held in the machine with the friction. So we are going to start the lathe now, and we are going to just touch the part which is touching. We are going to give a depth. We are currently giving a depth of 0.30 of a millimeter. And we are turning the OD now. Okay, as we can see, this has not turned all the way, so we are going to give in some more depth, which is plus 20 of a millimeter, and we are going to go with another cut. So this will clean the surface entirely. Okay, this is clean all the way through. Now we are gonna polish this using a Scotch-Brite pad. Okay, this would be a little hot. Yeah, it's hot. So we are gonna hold it with a cloth, and this one is done. If you would look at the difference in the shine, this is much more shiny, this is a rather dull. So we are gonna similar way turn these two. So this is done. So now we are going to start with the assembly of the rollers. So we are going to push this bearing as well as the bushing in the hydraulic press. We are ready with the assembly. So we have the chassis of the roller and the roller itself with the screw, which is a 140 millimeter 304 stainless steel heavy duty screw, and we are going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, this is done. Last thing is we are going to use this nylock nuts. These are nylock nuts, and it is not going to go all the way in by hand. So we have to use the wrench to tighten it. Before we pack it up and dispatch to the customer, we are going to clean these rollers with kerosene one last time, such that it becomes shiny. And as you can see, there was a little bit of dirt from handling this. So that's it. The roller is ready to be dispatched to the customer. So as we have said earlier, there is a link in the description that you can check out, which will lead you to our website, where you can go and order a wheel roller for your motorcycle. If you have a bike which does not have a main stand, and you usually use a paddock stand, so this is a very good alternative to a paddock stand, where you can mount the wheel over the rollers and you can turn the wheel by hand. So if you want to clean the rim, or you want to clean the chain or lube the chain, this is the proper tool. This is the product for you. So with that said, guys, thanks a lot for joining us. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Hope to see you in the next one. Tab tak ke liye keep smiling and God bless.